All right, continuing the Pick 10 action, we have Double Impact, another great Jean-Claude Van Damme classic film. All the way back in 1991, it stars Jean-Claude Van Damme and Jean-Claude Van Damme as twin brothers, Chad and Alex. And yes, story here is in 1966, twins Chad and Alex are separated after their parents are murdered due to an alliance between Mr. Griffith and a Chinese triad member, Mr. Zhang. Mr. Zhang. They're separated. The Chinese maid takes Alex to Hong Kong and puts him in a Hong Kong orphanage where he is basically raised alone. Chad is raised by the parents' bodyguard, Frank. And they grow up in two very different kind of environments. Chad was basically privileged. He lived with Frank. He had a good life. Alex did not. He's very tough, gritty, and yeah. So the big question you have on your mind is, can Jean-Claude Van Damme play two different people? Kinda. I'm not sure, and I can't find this anywhere. But okay, so they were both raised. So Chad was raised at first in France, which explains his French accent, but then moved to LA later. Alex was raised in China, but is he supposed to have... When the movie starts, it seems like Van Damme is trying to do an American accent, but obviously he can't. And I think by halfway through the film, he stopped trying to. He still has a deeper voice for when he talks. It's Alex. Instead of Chad, but he's Alex. And then Chad, and then Alex. It's just a little bit deeper voice. What I like about this, the action, of course, the fighting, the blood, the action is fantastic. The story, I think, is a great story. It's, I think it could be a story for an anime if you think about it. But yeah, and I like our villains. You have Mr. Zhang. He has a bodyguard played by, I have to look at the name here. Doesn't say it. But he's the same guy who played Chong Li in Bloodsport. And he's got a scar on his face because of what happened, the bodyguard blew up his face or something back when he killed the the parents. And yeah, I also like this it fits the entire screen, and the HD is pretty good. The split screen effects, the twin effects for Van Damme, 95% of the time, it works. The other 5% is either you can tell there's a double, of course, when you have Van Damme facing the screen one person, and the other Van Damme not facing the screen, you can tell from behind that it's not Van Damme, and it's to be expected in 1991. And a lot of that keeps up the 5%. But there is one scene that made me go, and that's when Alex sits down next to Chad when they're in a place, and they, I think it's when Chad says, I'm all in, and they ask Alex, and he sits down next to Chad and says, I'm in. But that effect, you can tell that something, I don't know if they didn't composite it right, but you could tell. And that's the only time that on screen and you see two Van Dams on the screen at the same time, that it's kind of like, eh. Otherwise, all the other problems I have is just the stunt doubles or whatever, the body doubles from behind. You can tell it's not Van Damme. I think they do a good job of, you know, splitting the two. Like I said, Chad was raised in a lap of luxury, basically. He has the, more coiffed hair and better clothes and silk underwear and better mannerisms. Whereas Alex was raised on the street. He's got the more stubble, gruff, scars, slick back hair, smokes cigars, and has that kind of attitude and a deep voice. Wears dark clothing. They did a good job at, showing which one is different. And you can tell, which one is that? Slick, you can tell slicked hair or coiffed up. You can tell the difference. Damn it. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I might, didn't yawn once before I did. I hate when it does that. I hate it. I also like some of the other characters in this film. I already mentioned the villains. There's also Alex's girlfriend. I like her, the British actress. I like Frank. I think he's a great actor. I forgot his name. Jeffrey Lewis. Juliette Lewis's dad, actually. And I think he was great in this. Like I said, the action. And I'm going to put in my positives, actually, the cheesiness of it. I like the cheese. It's not a Van Damme film without some kind of cheesiness. And that's what I like about Van Damme movies. They're cheesy. And I like the cheesiness. The little action stuff. The little kind of one-liners. Do I look like I wear silk underpants to you or something? And then the fact that the movie ends with Van Damme going into the camera, I like it. I like the cheesiness. Now, where my negatives come from are basically, there's a scene that is really, there's a couple scenes. One scene that's really kind of uncomfortable if you think about it. There's a scene where this female bodyguard, Kara, she approaches the girlfriend. I forget her name, but she approaches the girlfriend and says, "Oh, I have to frisk you." And she frisks her, and there's a part where she goes under. On Wikipedia, it says that she sexually molests her. I think it's more of a sexual assault because, molesting would be more involved than just patting underneath. That's an assault to me because it was more like a smack in that area. But yeah, and that's one of the characters I didn't like because she does that, and then later, when she's fighting Van Damme, Alex Van Damme, she grabs his dick. Like she just like and holds on to it. I'm like, man, this woman, she needs to go to jail. She be touching people in the wrong places. This chick needs like she's grabbed his dick. I'm sure Van Damme probably didn't mind. She's she's muscular, but she's pretty good looking. I'm pretty sure he didn't mind, but especially at that time, that's probably But like, she just grabs his dick, and it's just like, woman, you need to know boundaries. You know what I mean? And then the other scene I didn't care for was it's more of a fantasized beginning of this, Alex's girlfriend mistakes Chad for him. Of course, it happens. And so, right away, you see that Alex is going to be jealous of Chad because of this. And when Chad takes off to rescue her, because he can't get a hold of the others, Alex gets drunk and jealous and has this scene. Now, I don't mind the scene with the boobies and the stuff going around. I don't like seeing Van Damme's ass, but it's a Van Damme movie. You're bound to see his ass at some point in the movie. You just got to deal with it. In a Van Damme movie, you're going to see his ass, all right? And you're going to see the splits, which he does at the beginning of this film. But, so there's that. And then you see Alex is getting angry and angry because he thinks that's what's happening. But the weird thing is there some kind of twin connection that's established here? because she's in the laundry area of this boat, and that's where Alex sees them having sex. So is there kind of twin connection? And it seems like Chad also sees this because he's at the boat. He's going, and it's like, is he seeing this? Is it Alex's fantasy or Chad's thoughts? You know, what is this? They had, twins say they had connections, but I didn't understand it. And that's what I don't like. I don't like, one, it's ambiguous, and two, Alex is, but this is just to separate everyone for when the big finale happens, because at this point, when Chad does return, Alex has a fight with him, and then Chad's like, I'm out of here, I'm going to swim, I will swim, and he just kind of passes out somewhere else, and then Alex passes out on the other side of the beach, and they're separated when the bad guys show up, because of course they were followed, and they kidnap the girlfriend and Uncle Frank. And so then they have to work together to save them, and they do, and they kill off Zhang, they kill off the Scarface guy, and they kill off Griffith. And then, you get them get together, and like the brothers hug, and you can tell it's not really, it's Van Damme and someone else. It's not two Van Dammes, you could tell. And then, Alex reunites with his girlfriend, and then they do and it plays this weird rap song. This is cheese. This is pure Van Damme cheese, and I love it, man. I'm giving this movie an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed every minute of this movie, except for, the parts that I said I didn't, but I really enjoyed this movie. So, before I go, time to pick out my next one. Alright. So this is Blu-ray, so it's DVD time. So what do we got? Only one DVD left. How is that? No, there's two left. Okay, hold on. Let me... Okay, hold on. So we got... Go ahead and take these, because it's kind of hard to do. So we got Half Past Dead and Into the Blue. So we're gonna... Half Past Dead it is. With Steven Seagal. That's right. That's right. I'm gonna be kicking ass in a prison. That's right. Okay, so that's the next one. I don't know if I'll get to it. I'm not going to be home. So I don't know. I'm gonna try. Don't quote me on it. I'm gonna try to be able to see Zack Snyder's Justice League, but don't quote me on that. I might not get to watch it, but I'm gonna try. But yeah, so what are your thoughts on Double Impact? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty, and we'll see you in the next one.